Mrs. Aubin, you're muted. Mrs. Aubin?
Oh, I'm so, thank you, Ben. I'm so sorry you guys didn't hear. So hopefully you were able to read the learning target and the success criteria. And Mrs. Harrison, for some reason, it's not letting me change to the next slide. And it won't let me escape. So I'm gonna have to try getting out of it and starting again because there's no other way. So when you guys go to your third grade classroom, you will see in Google my smart tool is doing all kinds of things. Love when I'm prepared and this happens. Well, let's just go to the slide.
Persevere, persevere.
Yeah, it's all frozen on me. Okay, let's get out of that. New. All right, kiddos. Here's what I want you to do while I am trying to figure out why my computer is frozen. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Let's see if that helps. Let's try again. Share screen. Maybe it's the smart notebook. Sometimes it's that. Let's see if that's it. Oh gosh. All right. Well, the good news, it won't let me do anything. All right, we're gonna have to rethink. All right, so I'm just gonna have to not do my lesson the way I thought. I apologize, guys. We're gonna go ahead and just review some fact families. I remember doing this last week, so I want you to have your math boards. I don't know what else to do. Your math boards ready, your pen and your sock. Do you guys remember? Give me a thumbs up if you remember working on our fact families last week. Remember that if you have a multiplication equation, it is related to a division equation. So we're gonna just move to this, and hopefully maybe my computer will fix itself. But I'm gonna pick some kids in the audience here to do this. You're gonna write the 4 equations that are related between these numbers. So if you did not get a turn to do this last time, raise your hand. All right, so come on, Evie. Sunny. They have these same numbers. Here you go. All right, and come on, Lucas. They are gonna try to come up with the 4 equations that we can make. Start with your 2 multiplication. So go ahead and line up. Let's see if they can do it. And then let's see on your board, what are the 2 multiplication equations you could create using 4, 20, and 5? Where would the factors go? Where would the product go? So I'm looking at my kiddos here. Go ahead and say it. And I'm going to show you what they wrote.
5.
So they have 5 times 4 equals 20. Give me a thumbs up at home if that's what you got. So that's right. If that's one of the multiplication equations you got, that's true. If I put up 4 fingers and count by 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, that would be right. If I put up 5 fingers and counted by 4s, I'd also get 20. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Now, think about commutative property. Commutative property states that it doesn't matter the order of the factors, you're still going to get the same product. Let's see if the students can figure it out. You guys figure it out. Write it on your board and hold it up when you have it. And same with you guys. Hold it up, Marin. I want to see it when you have it. Go ahead and, August, can I see the two multiplication equations? All right, Lucas, start us off. What did you guys come up with?
5 equals 20.
So if 5 times 4 equals 20, 4 times 5 also equals 20. Yes? How'd you do at home? Okay, now that's the commutative property. What about the inverse operation using division? Where would these numbers go? And I had a couple people today during Mrs. Harrison's lesson say, you know what? I don't know division yet. Division is just the opposite of multiplication. Let's say that together. Division is the opposite of multiplication. Division undoes it. It undoes it. Inverse means the opposite. It undoes multiplication. So go ahead, Evie, read what you have.
20.
Divided by?
5 equals 4.
Okay, so give a thumbs up at home if that's what you came up with. 20.
Henry got it.
Good job, Henry. And did you guys do 4 or 5? 5. Okay, 20. They said 20 divided by 5 equals 4. Please don't touch. Thank you. All right. Are we done? There's one more. Wow, Haley. She's rocking it. Reese, looking good. All right, let's see if they can get the last fact in this family. Go for it.
20.
Good job, Ben. 20 divided by 4 equals, dun, 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 5. So you should have had 4 equations that are related because of 2 properties: commutative, where your factors can flip and the product stays the same, and inverse property, which just states that division is the opposite of multiplication. It's the opposite, the inverse. All right, nice job. If you would hand me yours, I'm gonna pick a couple more. If you have not had a turn to do this, raise your hand. And I'm gonna have you come on up. Charlie V, Gabe, Madison, Charlie C. I've got more if you didn't get a chance yet, don't worry. All right, the next numbers. Are you ready to see if, come on up, Haley. Here's the next screen. See if you can come up with 4 equations, 2 multiplication, 2 division, that are in this fact family. No way. Okay. Can you put them on my desk because the kids are washing hands like crazy? And thank you. That'd be perfect. Okay. Hold them up when you've got them. Go for it, Madison.
5 times 1 equals 5.
Okay, let me see in the classroom. Hold up your boards when you have it. Woo, woo, looking good. All right. Our factors are 5 and 1. The product is 5. Did you guys get that one at home? Colvin, you get it?
You got it in the chat. The last one, you listed them all
In the chat. Thank you, Colvin. All right. Commutative property. What would the next one be? Go ahead, read it for us.
1 times 5 equals 5.
Anyone disagree or do we all agree? Again, commutative property, that doesn't matter the order of the factors, the product remains the
Same.
You got it, August. All right, let's do inverse operation. Let's say it together. Division is the opposite of multiplication. So we take our big number, which is going to be our dividend. Go for it. Read it for us, Madison.
5 divided by 5 equals 1.
Clara, can you unmute and share? I saw your hand was raised. Is this the one you got? Good job.
Well, the next one's a bit tricky. I see some of my friends at home that they're trying the fourth one.
Oh,
They got it. It's
be
tricky.
careful. Your dividend, the first number, has to be the biggest. Dividend has to be the biggest. Okay, try it. Go ahead, Madison. What should it be?
5
5 is the biggest, has to be first. Whoa.
divided by 5 equals 1.
5, and I'm going to use this sign this time. This also means divided, right?
They've been using that in chat.
Divided by 5 equals, how many 5s are in 5? 1. Looking good, Robert. Thank you for sharing. Good job, you guys. We're going to try one more because it's so exciting to see you guys actually getting it so quick now. All right, last one. You guys can hear me these? And if you've not been up here yet, like last time even, come on up. Who has not had a turn yet? Come on up. Come on up. All right. Who else would come up? Come on up. Cooper, Cernay. I got Cooper and Cernay, honey. I don't have any more, Marin. I'm sorry. I had Cooper and Cernay. All right, go for it. 4 equations. This is the last one. What do you have, Cernay?
5
Well, let's start with multiplication.
5
Yes, 5 times 5 equals 25. Now, go ahead and change those factors. Yeah, you can still move them. Commutative property, it's still gonna be what? Microphone answer. The same.
So wait, but you weren't ready for division quite yet, Josh.
So what is it? 5? Uh-oh, 25 wouldn't be in the front. Not the product is the big number, right? There we go. Yay. I think Josh is ready for division. So let's let him do it. Okay, Josh wants to be in front. He's holding 25. I like, Josh, that you know that the dividend is the biggest number. Okay, the divisor. Who's our divisor? Well, in this case, it's going to be Cernay, 5. Go ahead and read it for us, guys.
25 divided by 5 equals 5.
25 divided by 5 equals 5. And if you switch it around, it's just going to be the same because you have 5 2 times. That's called a fact family. They are related. I'm trying to show you that relationship between multiplication and division. I hope that helped.
Gavin has it. Gavin, show me.
Can you please show your boards besides Gavin? Thank you, Gavin. All right, now let's go back. Thank you. I'll take your papers. You can erase your board and we're going to see if my board is working. Thank you. Thank you. Maybe having the smart board open was not helping. That could be it. All right, maybe if I go from here, we're gonna try all kinds of things real quick and see if I can. Oh my. Why is it doing this, Mrs. Harrison? I'm so sad.
go from the classroom?
They won't let me in. Let's see. Maybe if I go in this way, it'll let me in. We'll go around it. We'll be sneaky.
Good job, Ben.
All right, so that was a good review on fact families. That's a big part of our lesson today. Now, if I can just keep this going. I want you to see the same thing with the multiplication chart. And you are going to have access to one, but before we do that, I think I'm going to have us, let's do our 5s and 2s quickly. I'm nervous to put it in present mode. I really want to though. There we go. All right, let's go through our 5s. We're going to say our count bys together. Here we go. You guys ready? 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 equals 3 times 5 equals 15. 4 times 5. 20. 5 times 5. 6 times 5. 30. 7 times 5 equals
35.
5 equals
30.
9 times 5. 10 times 5 equals
50.
7 times 5, write it on your board. Use a strategy. Put 7 fingers up, count by 5s. At home, write the equation. 7 times 5 equals, and write your product. Hold it up or write it in chat. The rest of you, hold it up, August, your pen's right under your feet there. I can see it. There you go. You got it, I see it. Don't forget your equal sign. Oh, I like how Marin used the dot symbol.
Haley's got it.
Haley, good job. Haley, can you unmute and tell us the answer? What does 7 times 5 equal?
35.
You are so smart. All right, let's try another one. Let's do 4 times 5. 4 times 5, write it on your board. 4 times 5 and figure it out. Count by 5s. Don't forget your equal. Remember, if your sum doesn't end in a 0 or 5, it's not the product of a 5's count by. All of our 5's products end in a 0 or a 5, right? So if you write the number 21, you know that something's wrong, right? All right, let's do our 2's.
So can you verify the answer there?
Up for them.
Colvin, what's that the answer to?
Colvin, can you unmute and tell us the answer?
5 times 5 is 20. Not 5 times. 4 times 5 is 20.
Excellent, nice job. All right, let's do our 2's count bys. Everybody ready? Let's go across this time. 2 times 1 equals 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 5 equals 10. 2 times 6 equals 12. 2 times 7 equals 14. 2 times 8 equals 15. 2 times 9 equals 18. And then tomorrow, I think I'm going to start dividing too. We'll do the division, but let's get comfortable with this. Show me on your board what 2 times 9 equals. Write the equation, figure out. If you have to put up 9 fingers and count by 2's, or 2 fingers and you could do your double 9s. Either way would work. 2 times 9, what does it equal? And I see people have it. Leo, can you unmute and tell us?
18.
Give a thumbs up if you wrote 2 times 9 equals 18. Okay, let's try another one. 2 times 6. 2 times 6. Or 6 times 2, it won't matter. Charlie V, can you hold it up and show it to us? 2 times 6. Oh, I see Lucas has it. How we doing?
Oh, yeah, Colvin, super quick.
Colvin, good job. Looking good. Okay, Evie, what's 2 times 6? 12. If you think she's right, give a thumbs up. Nicely done.
So
You,
you said Katie, they're keeping up nicely?
Katie?
Reese and Katie?
Katie and Reese, you're doing great. Well done. Okay, here's a quick fact family oops, I went back. It was supposed to let me, it's not gonna let me. Okay, we'll skip that. We went through this already because I skipped. We are gonna turn to page 31 in your math workbook. And I just wanna show you how you use this target to find the product for different equations and how we can use it for division. So go ahead and get your math workbook. You can put your lid on your marker, put it to the side, and then get out your pencil and math workbook and turn to page 31. So they call this a target. I call it a multiplication chart because we're not going to use the actual target. So on page 31, you will see this multiplication chart. I want you to just look at it for a minute. How many do you need to be on page 31?
Okay, can you tell Robert, you need this workbook?
Robert, can you get your workbook and turn to page 31? And I'm going to give you a minute just to look at this multiplication chart. And then I'm going to ask you to share what you notice. What do you notice about this chart? And Mrs. Harrison, I could do a quick breakout room for them to share what they notice. I can do it. Is that okay? So if you are at home, I think I can. Do I have to not share my screen?
Let's click on the, look at the top where it says, where you're sharing.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And if I go to participants?
Actually, it's other, it's more.
Okay. Okay, so if you are at home, you should have page 31. I'm going to have you guys. I don't see that it's letting me.
Okay, I can do that.
Go into breakout rooms and you're going to share what you notice about this multiplication chart. You guys are going to share with the person next to you. And if you don't have anyone next to you, like you three are going to share. I want you to name all the things you notice about this chart. What do you see? Kind of like patterns, right? Like we've done. Think about it. So you can share with Charlie. 30, share with Charlie. Good job, Josh. Are you guys sharing? You're doing good. Hi guys. So did you share what you noticed? Robert, what did you notice about the multiplication chart?
That it started from adding to ones, then it started adding twos, and then it started adding threes, and it kept going.
Did you notice that too, Clara? Did you share what you noticed? Do you see any patterns?
I see that
Excellent. Whoops. Okay. Mrs. Harrison, I think we're ready to come back together. I don't know where you went. So I'm hoping she gets our kiddos back. All right, I'm gonna just pull out of the can and ask, Ethan's not here. Let's see, Finn, is Finn here today? No, of course not. August is here. August, what did you notice about the multiplication chart? Okay, so you saw that there's zeros going, let's see, going across. No, not yet. If you did not hear, August noticed the zeros going across. Okay, what else do we see? Sunny, we have zeros going across here. Do we also have them going down vertically? It changes. So we just heard from Sunny that if you're in the nines column or in the nines row, you're counting by nines. Those are your count bys or your products. Marin, what else? When you're at the ones, it's going to count by what? Okay, I'm not sure what you mean, but oh, diagonal. So she's saying you can go diagonal, but I don't know what it's counting by. Not sure you see. Do you see? I'm not sure about if you go diagonal. I see 0, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. So not by ones. If you want to count by ones, you have to go down in a column right here with the ones. And if you're going across horizontally in a row, you're going to count by ones because that's your count by. So no matter which number you choose for your factor, if you go down, that's going to be what you count by. For the twos, you're going to count by twos, going across or going down. Your threes are going to count by threes, going down or across. So any ideas how you might use this to find 8 times 5? See if you could figure it out. What if I didn't know what 8 times 5 was? Could I use this chart to figure it out? What do you think, Lila? Lila says yes. How would I do it? You know? You're not sure how? Any ideas? What do you think?
So you go in the 5 column.
Okay, so I could go in the 5, she said column, so I'm going to look here, because I'm not in present mode. So I go in the 5 column, right here. Now, gosh, Mrs. Harrison. Oh. This is gonna, you know what this is gonna make me do? It's gonna make me go back to the dock camera. That's what I'll end up doing if this doesn't work anymore. So if you go to the 5s column and then you go to the 8 row and you meet them, you'll see the answer. So see if I can get my smarting to work. Pen. I don't know why it doesn't want to work. We'll try again. So here and here, right? If you come across, you should get your product. Okay. Oh, now it's going to work. Why is that? So here's your factor. Here's your other factor. Charlie Van Rickley told me a year he noticed there's a multiplication symbol there. So here's all your factors. Here's your symbol showing you're multiplying. If I want to know what 8 times 5 is, I can find it here. 8 times 5 and then bring my fingers to 40. Go ahead and try that. Ellie has another way. Yes. Okay, what if I go to the if I go to the 5 row, 5 row and the 8 column, that's called the commutative property. She led me right to why I wanted to show you that. Good job, Ellie. So if I go to the 5 and I really thought it was going to work. And then to the 8, it would work. So I think what I should do is get out of this and go to my dot camera. I'm going to use regular paper and let me get an actual workbook. And then I can show you. It's kind of hard when all your lessons are it doesn't like me. It was too good of a day. That just be difficult. Of course, it's going to be volume 2. Anyone ask us if they can use that? All right, so let's try another one. And this time we're just going to use this good old-fashioned. We'll do it the good old-fashioned way. So here's 5 times 8 going this way gives me 40. Or I can do it going, switch my factors, 5 times 8 will also equal 40. Let's try another one. Let's do 2 times 7. Start at the 2. And then come over to this side and find the 7. Bring your fingers down, trace it, and circle the product. What are you going to get? What would 2 times 7 equal? 14. Is there another way we could do it, Sir Renee? Do I have to go this way and this way, or is there another way I could use it? What do you think, Sir Renee? Sure. So I could come over here to this 2, right? And this 7. Because of which property? Commutative. It doesn't matter which direction I'm going in. Now, what if I wanted to do a division problem? What if my division problem was 14 divided by 2 equals what? I don't know. Any ideas how I might find that using this? Charlie Carr, what would I do? Where would I start? I would start at the 14. Okay, so I'd say 14. And I would have to say, here's 14, here's my 2. And then to find out what the other and what the quotient is, I'd have to go up. And what would I find? 14 divided by 2 would equal 7. Can I try? Sure. Wonder why now.
Well, but it works when you have the dock camera. So you can put the
Oh.
dock camera page up and then you can use the smarting.
So maybe
and
I'll
not
just
have
do
to
that.
Be in present mode.
That might be better. Yeah, thank you, Mrs. Harrison. So Mrs. Harrison figured out a good one. So we looked at 5 times 8 is 40, right? What if I wanted to know what 40 divided by 5 equals? what would I do? How would I find that using this multiplication chart? It's a multiplication chart, but I can still do it. Marin, what would I do? Where would I start if I wanted to find out what 40 divided by 5 equals? Hey, but what's the dividend? So I want to find my 40 first, right? So I could find 40. And then you said find the 5? Okay, so there's 5. 40 divided by 5 equals? Would equal 8. Because they're inverse operations. Multiplication and division are related, yes? They're the opposite. So therefore, we know we can use this multiplication chart to do the inverse operation. All right. You are going to look at page 32. I want us to see if we can use our knowledge of multiplication and division to help us with some of these problems. We're going to think about our problem solving. I have it on my slideshow. Remember, we visualize, we draw a model, we retell it, we reflect. Today, we're going to go ahead and try that with this problem. We know it's either going to be multiplication or division. Which one is it going to be? Mrs. Chang bought 8 pairs of mittens. Go ahead and underline that. 8 pairs of mittens. You have a key word there. It's kind of hidden information, pairs. Anybody know what pairs means at home? I can't see anyone, so. Jensen, what does pairs mean? Can you unmute?
Pairs means two twins.
Yeah, so it's the number 2, right? For this case, we have 2 mittens in each pair. Excellent. I want to know how many individual mittens did she buy? If Mrs. Chang bought 8 pairs of mittens, and I need to know how many individual mittens that is, do you think I'm multiplying or dividing? Show me on your fingers. This means multiply. This means divide. Show me on your fingers. Do you think that's a multiplication problem or division? Lucas, what do you think? Division? Why is she dividing them up into groups? What is it? Multiplication. We're not really sharing it, right? We don't have a total. We want to find the total. So we need to write this out. We have 8 pairs. And because we just were told by Jensen, you can use the dot if you want. There's 2 in each pair. We want to find out what 8 times 2 is. Now, to solve a word problem, it's important to draw a picture. I could draw 8 circles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could put my 2 dots in each and do my circles and dots. You could do tally marks, equal shares drawing. But how many individual mittens is that? Go ahead and solve it when you think you know, and then we'll reflect and see if it makes sense. Are you kidding? Well, now I'm in. Yeah, okay. Now they see it? They don't say anything, huh?
Nope.
I would.
Well, and I was looking at their faces, so I wasn't looking at, and then
Yeah.
I realized I wasn't seeing their screen.
That's so weird. Because I never stopped sharing.
I don't know.
It's just not meant to be today.
It's not today. It's not.
It's okay. All right, who said that? Good job. Gabe, what did you think? How many individual mittens? He got 16. How do you know? You counted by 2 8 times? Okay, so let's try it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Excellent. Okay, let's try reflecting. Does this make any sense? Mrs. Chang bought 8 pairs of mittens. She had 16 individual mittens. Does that make sense, Cooper? Sure, it works. All right, let's do another one. Brian divided 10 crayons equally. Let's underline that important information. Between his 2 sisters. How many crayons did each girl get? All right, now I'm going to retell this because that's what you do when you solve word problems. There's a total of 10 crayons that Brian has. He divided them equally between 2 sisters. Show me on your fingers if you think this is division or multiplication. Division or multiplication, or multiplication or division.
Still don't think you're sharing.
Oh, I thought you saw it.
I thought I did too, but then.
Okay, so I gotta get out of this.
There you go.
You sure it's
Gotta
on there?
have the, we have to the green thing.
Yeah. Okay. It looks like I have more. What, Max? What is it? Division than multiplication. If you got that too, give me a thumbs up. So if we know there's 10 crayons and we're dividing them by how many sisters? There's 2. You can use multiplication to help you with this. What times 2 equals 10? Or think about it like this. How many 2s are in 10? Maybe we do an equal shares drawing. We have 10, and now we're going to write as many 2s as it takes to get to 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What these are be? Crayons. Okay, I want you to try the next one on your own. You have to try its multiplication. Each person to see if you can agree. I'm sure is on here in school. You can do that. I will do it for you, but I want you can figure out the equation. The equation is going to be multiplication. Maria has 5 piles of flashcards. There are 9 cards in each pile. How many flashcards does Maria have? Go for it. Hold on, you have to hold it on. Okay, here's the last card. I could draw my 5, right? Or drawing a picture. 9 each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You draw a picture anytime. Just visualize this. I just want to because if you have to count by 9, it's hard. Right? I all the remember. Setting my counting box at the same time. We know like 9, 18, 20, 36, 5. Okay, I know your answer. But it's easier to use how many? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 45. And using your fingering by 5 since 9 is way more efficient. Yeah, yes. Oh, you get a little yeah. Just go paper towel and clean up. So today we're talking about flashcards. All right, last one. A parking lot has 5 rows of parking spaces with the same number of spaces in each row. There are 30 spaces. It should be Carter. What do you think? Multiplication or division? We're not trying to answer that. We are not trying to find the total. We have total. We're putting a group like we do with the cookies. Remember we have the cookies and we're giving more to each other. This is 30 parking spots. We're dividing them into how many rows? 5. Can you solve this all there? Sure. What is 5 equals 35? Or think about how many 5 35. You could use your strong, put 35 here. 5 to get to 35. Did anyone find the answer yet in your head? Some of you were answer. 35. There are 7 35. Are you in spaces? Parking over some spaces in a row. There are 35 spaces in because the time you're going to get 35. I'm going to screen this. So let's see if I can get back to our lesson. I had a couple cool things on there that I'd like to share with you, and I don't need the pen for it. So as we wrap this up, can't seem to load. I think it's Monday for my computer. It's feeling very Monday-ish. I'm just going to show you guys at home where this lesson is, because you're going to have an exit ticket on here if you are remote. If you are in person, you'll get paper for today's lesson. But before I give you your exit ticket, I'm going to show you if it works. I have a quick little video, I believe. But you'll find your exit ticket right there, guys. I'll show you in just a sec. Give me 1 minute. Am I sharing my screen? I am, yes? Woohoo! Okay, so our success criteria was to use that multiplication chart to practice our multiplications and division and see those relationships. How are you feeling about that so far? Show me with the thermometer. Were you feeling pretty good on that multiplication chart in the middle, Jensen? I get it. We'll keep working on it. How about writing equations to solve word problems involving multiplication and division? You guys did 4 of them. Serene, you need some more work on that? The good news is we will be working on that. So I have a fun division song if it will work. Why is it not?
It won't get, you have to put a present mode for it.
That's why. Okay, well, let's cross those fingers that it's gonna work. No, it's not. What did I see? It won't even work, Mrs. Harrison. Okay, well, that's okay.
I'm looking at the clock.
And it's fine. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. You are gonna go ahead and I will try, we did our thermometer. I will try to fix that so tomorrow I can share it with you because it was pretty cool. I had a couple cool things on there that just don't want to work. But you are going to answer this question on your Google Doc if you're at home, and it will get turned in. This is our first exit ticket. I want you to explain in words how multiplication and division are related. How are they related? Give an example, and then if you're in class, you're going to turn it into the basket when finished. My basket's at the back of the room. Even Mrs. Harrison's class, I want to see yours. So I'm going to look at all of them, okay, Mrs. Harrison? I'll take care of that. So I'm going to give you a piece of paper. It's going to have exit ticket 1. You're going to explain in words how multiplication and division are related. You're going to give an example and turn it into the basket. You kiddos at home, I'm going to stop the Zoom. You're going to go to your Google Classroom and type the answer to this on your Google Doc. If you have any questions, let me know now before I end the Zoom. It's in your Google Classroom under classwork, under today's math lesson. All you got to do is click on it and type. The question will be there for you. All right, I don't see any hands up. So I am going to let you get started. I will see you guys mañana. Thanks for being patient with my crazy technology problems. So we will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening, guys. Thank you.